easy? Is following Jesus easy? Is it worthwhile? If following Jesus is good and worthwhile and easy, then why do so few people do it? And why is it so hard for us? I want you to remember today that Jesus doesn't promise an easy life. He promises an easy yoke. No, not yoke. Yoke. Why would we want a yoke? Well, what does a yoke do? A yoke harnesses power. A yoke joins you to others. A yoke directs your efforts. Without a yoke, you're powerless, alone, aimless. An ox without a yoke doesn't do anything good. But yoked oxen, these are the earth movers of the first century. A yoke is good. Now, Jesus says, my yoke is easy. My yoke. That implies that there are other yokes. What else do people use to direct their lives? Pleasure? Power? Popularity? Principle? Patriotism? Principles. All of these will work to direct your lives, but they aren't easy. You can never get enough money or pleasure or power. Popularity can be lost in an instant. And principles are good, but knowing and following all of the rules is hard. Patriotism, again, is fine, but your government can use it to take your money or send you to war. But Jesus says, take my yoke. Where are we pulling? The kingdom of God is revealed in a person. It's a just community. It's shalom, peace. Jesus said, the Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners, recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. This is where our oxen team is pulled. We are yoked to, with, by, and for Jesus. His yoke is easy. That's what he said, right? Easy. But it doesn't always feel easy. You know what isn't easy? 2 yokes, 2 burdens, or more. You can't be simultaneously yoked to one of those other yokes and also to Jesus. You can't serve 2 masters, Jesus said. You're going to love one and hate the other, or hate one and love the other. But here's some good news about who God is. God says, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt so that you would no longer be slaves to the Egyptians. And I broke the bars of your yoke, and I enabled you to walk with heads held high. That's in Leviticus. In Isaiah, speaking of God, the prophet says, you have shattered the yoke that burdens them, the bar across their shoulders, the rod of their oppressor. If Jesus' yoke seems hard, it might be because you are also yoked to something else. But that yoke is broken. You don't have to pull it, and Jesus' yoke is easy. Galatians chapter 5 says, it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourself be burdened again by the yoke